Namaste students, खुश रहो बेटियों. I, JVN Dr. Naren Singh Shekhawat, Assistant Professor, Department of Talatantra, Faculty of Ayurvedic Science, Jyoti Vidyapeeth, University, Jaipur. In previous classes, we discussed about anatomy of kidney and ureter, then hematuria. Today's class, we will discuss about horseshoe kidney. It is a developmental anomaly where there is a failure of complete ascent of kidney with the fusion of lower or upper poles. It is due to fusion of subdivision of mesonephric duct when the embryo is as early as 30 to 40 days old. This, this condition is common in male. Fusion of lower pole is common, rarely upper poles. Commonest site is in front of fourth lumbar vertebra. The part in front of the vertebra is called isthmus. It has blood supply which freely communicates to one kidney to other. Isthmus usually lie in front of aorta. Most common congenital renal anomaly, two distinct renal masses lying vertically on either side, connected at the respective lower poles by parenchymatous or fibrous isthmus that crosses the midplane of the body. Result of a median fusion of metanephric tissue during early gestation. Subsequent entrapment of fused lower pole isthmus by IMA result in an incomplete cephaloid migration and an associated malrotation of the kidney. Incidence, as you can read, the incidence male more common 2 to 2.1 ratio. In this figure you can see autopsy specimen of kidney and ureter. Embryology. This is the embryology of formation of kidney. Clinical features present as a fixed non-mobile firm mass in the midline at the level of fourth lumbar vertebra which is resonant on the percussion. Is more prone for infection, stone formation, hydronephrosis, tuberculosis. Diagnosis: IVU, medialization of lower calyx and curving of ureter like Flores. US abdomen urine analysis, blood urine, serum creatinine are supportive investigations. CT abdomen. This picture you can see in the horseshoe kidney in lower pic, in down pic you can see the images of ultrasound. In this horseshoe kidney radiograph. This is also the horseshoe kidney on ESG, as you can see. This pic. This is a plain X-ray KUB showing horseshoe kidney with renal stones, multiple renal stones. Treatment: whatever the complication occurs in horseshoe kidney, it is treated accordingly. First, separation of isthmus is not indicated unless to approach aorta for aortic disease. So, student, this is all about the horseshoe kidney. This session is powered by Digital Session 2.0 Jyoti Vidyapeeth University, Jaipur. I hope you are satisfied with this digital session. If you have any doubts and queries, please mention in comment box. I will resolve it soon. Thank you, students. Namaste, students. I, JVN Dr. Naren Singh Shekhawat, Faculty of Department of Talatantra, Faculty of Ayurvedic Science, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. Today, we'll discuss about anatomy of thorax or chest. In human thorax, there are many structures like chest wall, lungs, mediastinum, etc. Now discuss about chest wall. So the thorax is upper part of trunk, bounded by 12 ribs vertebra and sternum. It contains trachea, lungs, heart, and great vessels, esophagus, and lymph nodes. There are two thoracic aperture of opening, superior thoracic aperture, also called as thoracic inlet, and inferior thoracic aperture. Head and neck and upper limbs communicate with the thoracic cavity through thoracic inlet, and it is bounded by body of first thoracic vertebra behind. Inferior thoracic aperture opens into peritoneal cavity. Clear? Now there is two opening in thorax. Upper opening is superior aperture, or thoracic inlet, and second one is inferior aperture or peritoneal aperture. Clear? Chest wall skeleton. The bony framework is now chest wall skeleton. The bony framework is bounded by 12 thoracic vertebra posteriorly, from which 12 set of bony ribs articulate and curve around, connecting with manubrium, sternum, and costal cartilage anteriorly. The central anterior chest is defined by the sternum, which is consists of three separate bones: manubrium first, then sternal body, and then gyphoid process. मतलब स्टर्नम जो सेंट्रल एंटीरियर चेस्ट में सेंट्रल पार्ट है उसको स्टर्नम बोलते हैं. इसके तीन पार्ट हैं, फर्स्ट मेनुब्रियम, सेकंड स्टर्नल बॉडी, एंड थर्ड लास्ट वन इज gyphoid process. The manubrium is located at the level of T3 thoracic, थर्ड नंबर thoracic vertebra के लेवल पे manubrium sternum होता है, and T4, T3 or T4, and is widest and thickest of three sternal bones. The sternomanubrial junction, sternomanubrial junction, जिसको अपन एंगल ऑफ लुईस बोलते हैं, is projected here. The body of sternum is located at the level of T5 से T9 12 vertebra. जो सेकंड पार्ट है स्टर्नम का, जिसको स्टर्नम बॉडी बोलते हैं, वो T5 से लेकर T9 वर्टिब्रा तक होता है. Gyphoid process is the smallest and thinnest bone. It is often has a point. It can be blunt, bifid, or curved. Gyphoid cartilage. Chest wall. The first 7 ribs, called true ribs, are attached to the sternum and manubrium directly. Next, 8th, 9th, and 10th ribs, called false ribs, are attached via costal cartilage, while the 11th and 12th ribs remain unattached anteriorly. जो 1 से 1 to 7 रिब्स होती है वो डायरेक्ट अटैच होती है स्टर्नम से, और जो 8वीं और 9वीं और 10वें नंबर की जो रिब्स होती है वो अटैच होती है कोस्टल कार्टिलेज के थ्रू स्टर्नम से. वो डायरेक्ट अटैच नहीं होती है, वो कोस्टल कार्टिलेज के थ्रू अटैच होती है. और 11th और 12th जो रिब्स होती है वो रिमेन अनअटैच्ड एंटीरियरली वो अनअटैच्ड होती है, इसलिए उनको फ्लोटिंग रिब्स बोलते हैं. ठीक है. Posteriorly, the ribs articulate with coastal facet of the two adjacent vertebra. जो दो वर्टिब्रा के जो एडजेसेंट फेसेट होते हैं उनसे अटैच होती है, ऊपर वाली और नीचे वाली. यहाँ ऐसे जाके रिब्स जाके आर्टिकुलेट होती है, ऊपर वाली रिब्स से और नीचे वाली वर्टिब्रा, दोनों रिब्स के दोनों वर्टिब्रा के बीच में जाके ये अटैच होती है रिब्स. ठीक है. Each ribs also articulate with the transverse process its adjacent vertebra through a costo-transverse joint. The bony ribs then curve around anteriorly, where the next major junction is a costochondral junction, means जो बोन से और कोस्टल कार्टिलेज से अटैच होती है. चेस्ट वॉल बोन्स क्या क्या होती हैं? 1 से लेके 7 तक जो रिब्स होते हैं उनको ट्रू रिब्स बोलते हैं, जिनको वर्टिब्रो स्टर्नल रिब्स भी बोलते हैं. 8th, 9th और 10th रिब्स होती है उनको वर्टिब्रो कोंडल रिब्स बोलते हैं. 11th और 12th रिब्स होती है उसको फ्लोटिंग रिब्स बोलते हैं. चेस्ट वॉल में जो मसल्स होती है, अब उनको डिस्कस अबाउट मसल्स ऑफ चेस्ट वॉल. जो चेस्ट वॉल होती है उसमें कौन कौन सी मसल्स होती है उनको अब डिस्कस करते हैं. ठीक है. तो मसल्स होती है इंटरकोस्टल मसल्स, pectoralis major or pectoralis minor muscles, serratus anterior muscles, rectus abdominis muscles, external or internal oblique muscles, transverse thoracic and transverse abdominal muscles. These are the muscles of chest wall. Okay. This one is pectoralis major and pectoralis minor muscles. There is serratus anterior muscles. This one is the rectus abdominis muscles. Clear? Now, pleura. Pleura, it is called layer of lungs. Pleura. The pleural, there are two types of pleura. Visceral pleura, outer layer is parietal pleura, and inner layer is visceral pleura. Clear? Between these two pleura, space is called pleural cavity or pleural space. So, open पढ़ते हैं. The pleural cavity is the potential space between the two pleura, visceral और parietal of the lungs. जो lungs के जो दो layers होती हैं, इसको visceral और parietal pleura, उसके बीच के space को अपन pleural space कहते हैं. The pleura is serous membrane which folds back into itself to form a two-layer membrane structure. The thin space between the two pleural layers is known as the pleural cavity and normally contains a small amount of pleural fluid. The outer pleura means parietal pleura is attached to the chest wall. The inner pleura, visceral pleura, covers the lungs and adjoining structures like blood vessels, bronchi, and nerves. The parietal pleura is highly sensitive to pain, while the visceral pleura is not, due to its lack of sensory innervations. In humans, there is no anatomical connection between the left and right pleural cavities. Therefore, in case of pneumothorax, the outer lung will still function normally unless there is tension pneumothorax or simultaneous bilateral pneumothorax, which may collapse the contralateral parenchyma, blood vessel, and bronchi. The pleural cavity with its associated pleura aids optimal functioning of the lungs during respiration. Clear? The pleural cavity also contains pleural fluid, which allows the pleura to slide effortlessly against each other during ventilation or respiration. Clear? Surface tension of the pleural fluid also leads to close apposition of lung surface with the chest wall. Clear? तो ये प्लूरा होती है जो होती है, उसको प्लूरल कैविटी होती है, विसर्जन अलग प्लूरा होता है. जो डायफ्राम के ऊपर की जो प्लूरा होती है, ये डायफ्राम है, इसके ऊपर की उसको डायफ्रामेटिक प्लूरा बोलते हैं. ठीक है. और जो मीडियस्टाइनम के आसपास वाली प्लूरा होती है उसको मीडियस्टाइनल प्लूरा बोलते हैं. These are the this pic is showing the all pleura of lungs. Now we will discuss about lungs. Two lungs, right and left lungs. Right lungs is bigger in size. 3 lobes in right lungs, upper, middle, and lower lobes, and 2 lobes in the left lung is upper and lower lobe. Clear? These are the segments of lungs. It's called bronchopulmonary segments. Total 18. In right lungs having 10 segments, and left lung have 8 bronchopulmonary segments. Clear? Now we will discuss about mediastinum. It is the space in thorax located between thoracic inlet superiorly, inferiorly by diaphragm, anteriorly by sternum, posteriorly by spine, and laterally by pleural space. Clear? Classically, it is divided into 4 components: superior, anterior, middle, and posterior. Clear? mediastinum में क्लियरली देखा जाए तो जो दोनों लंग्स के बीच का स्पेस है जहाँ पे हार्ट सिचुएटेड होता है उसको बोलते हैं अपन mediastinum. बाउंड्रीज ऑफ mediastinum एंटीरियरली स्टर्नम होता है, पोस्टीरियरली वर्टिब्रल कॉलम होता है, सुपीरियरली थोरैसिक इनलेट होता है, इन्फीरियरली डायफ्राम होता है. क्लियर? Mediastinum is connected to neck and retroperitoneally, allowing spread of air and infection. Mediastinal contents of mediastinum: anterior superior mediastinum content thymus gland, aortic arch, superior vena cava, lymph nodes, parathyroid gland, ectopic ectopic thyroid tissue. Middle mediastinum contains pericardium, heart, great vessels, trachea bifurcation, main bronchi, phrenic nerves, hilar lymph nodes. And last one is posterior mediastinum contains esophagus, vagus nerve, sympathetic chain, thoracic duct, thoracic descending aorta, azygous vein, hemiazygous vein, paravertebral lymph nodes. These all the structures of mediastinum contains. Clear? This is the whole anatomy of chest, thorax, and all structures. Clear? Thank you, students.